What is the national anthem to the Jewish state of Israel? It's Hatikvah, the hope. That is a song, albeit written in the 19th century, speaks volumes of the generations that came before it. Hatikvah, the hope, the words are so powerful. But when I first really studied the song, I thought to myself, wait a second. This is the national anthem of the Jewish people here in the land of Israel? But where in its chorus, where in its words do you hear about those amazing modern Zionists who left a comfortable livelihood from Europe and other parts of the world to settle in a land that they had never been to before, a place where there was no running water, that was riddled with swamps and malaria, and in hospitable land where 60% of it is desert? Why aren't they spoken of, those modern Zionists who died because of their Zionism? And what about the soldiers? What about those who serve in the IDF today? You know, Israel loses soldiers every single month in our fight to retain our freedom and independence in our own ancestral homeland. Why aren't the soldiers of 1948, when the land of Israel lost 1% of its Jewish population, to put that in an American terms, that would be like America losing 40 million people during its War of Independence, if it occurred today. 1%, a massive amount. How come they're not mentioned? Where's that silver platter that this nation was served upon? But when you listen to the words of Hatikvah, the hope, closely, you realize that this isn't just the national anthem of the Jewish state of Israel. This is the national anthem of every single Jewish person, no matter where you live, anywhere in the world. Whether you've been to Israel or not, whether you realize that you have a longing that exists inside of you to return to the land of Israel or not. Because Hatikvah speaks about 2,000 years where those Jews who were always living here in the land of Israel, waiting for their brothers and sisters to return home to join them, or whether it was Jews who were living outside of the land of Israel, that as long as there was a hope inside of them, that one day they should return to the grandeur, to the beauty that once was of the land of Israel during its Jewish reign that existed for nearly 1,500 years before the Romans destroyed the last Jewish kingdom here in the year 70 CE. That as long as there's a yearning and a longing to return to the city of Zion, to the city of Jerusalem, our holy capital, then that hope has not died, that hope has not been wasted for 2,000 years. I can't tell you how often it happens that I'll be on a speaking tour somewhere around the world, and people will come to me after my talk and say, you know, my kids, they don't even want to go on Birthright. Who doesn't want to go on Birthright? It's a free trip to the land of Israel with your peers, with people at similar age and place in life as you. A free trip for 10 days to explore the land of Israel. They come to me and they say, my kids don't even want to go on Birthright. And I think to myself, well, what did you do for the first 22 years? How did you express your longing? How did you express your love for Israel? Was it expressed on Friday night at the Shabbos table? Was it expressed during the week or that once a month that you went somewhere to a Chabad house, to an Aish center, somewhere to learn a little bit about Judaism and Jewish values and Jewish mysticism or Zionism or the state of Israel? When you read your news online, are you just going to CNN or Fox News? Or are you also checking out the Jerusalem Post? Or are you going to IsraelNationalNews.com? Or are you checking out the Times of Israel? Do your kids see you from the corner of their eyes also having a longing for Israel? because our trees, our Jewish trees, have been growing for the last 2,000 years, longer. That's only 2,000 years since the Romans destroyed our temple in Jerusalem. How about from the days that we were sitting at the base of Mount Sinai when we heard God's words ourselves before we said, whoa, we can't handle anymore. Moses, you take over from here. Our trees have been growing for 3,500 years, 3,500 plus years, since the days of Abraham, 3,800 years. Our trees are massive with deep roots and lots of branches and lots of leaves. How terrible it would be that in that tree that's been growing for so long, that in our branch, at the tip of our smallest twig coming from our branch, that leaf which represents our children should fall off and hit the ground. Because for them, there is no longing. Israel doesn't make a difference to them. Take it or leave it, visit it or not. I'd rather go visit Costa Rica. I'd rather go to Hawaii again. Let's take the kids to Disney World. No, take them to Israel. Where is that longing? That tree's been growing for so long, because that is what Hatikvah is all about. That's what Israel's national anthem is all about. It's not the creation of this modern Jewish state that we call Israel. It's about Bnei Yisrael, the children of Israel, the children of Yaakov, the fact that we are a nation, we are an Am Yisrael Chai, the nation of Israel lives. That is what Hatikvah is all about. That is what we're celebrating. The fact that we're still here today, and that now we actually have a physical home once again, and not just any old home, not just anywhere in the world, but in our ancestral homeland, the land that was promised to us, the land that our great-grandparents had built up, that place where the most beautiful building in the entire Roman Empire stood, and we're talking about the Holy Temple, until it was destroyed by the Romans in the year 70 CE. So the next time you hear Hatikvah, the national anthem of the modern state of Israel, think to yourselves that it's not just an amazing miracle that Israel exists today, but it's an amazing miracle that you exist as a Jew, no matter where you are in the world today. Shalom. Thanks for watching. And if you want more great content like that, visit my Patreon site at patreon.com/David Sussman, where I have several episodes of my TV show, Land of the Bible, and videos like the one you just watched. During the coronavirus pandemic, I've made it free for everyone. Being that so many of us are stuck at home and homeschooling our children, I thought this would be helpful. However, if you can become a contributor, please do. This is the way that I'm supporting my family and myself during these difficult times. Thank you.